Hi and welcome to another vlog. In this vlog I thought we could read together for 48 hours, or you'll be joining me for about 20 minutes and I'll be reading for 48 hours because I desperately need a reason to sit down and read. If you've seen my last vlog, like you've probably seen that I've been a little bit all over the place. I thought for this week let's take some time, sit down and read. Having said that, I do have a dentist appointment tomorrow that they said will take over an hour, so super excited for that, of course. There will be a little bit of break in the 48 hours, but I thought, you know, let's sit down on the sofa, which we got a new sofa yesterday, which was long overdue. We still had a sofa from 8 years ago that we bought for a studio apartment, and that was just not comfortable anymore. So we got a new one, so I have a perfect reason to make lots of teas, read lots of books and sit on our new sofa. As far as current reads go, I'm listening to a historical romance called A Lady's Guide to Scandal by Sophie Irwing. This was published last year and it's a lot of fun so far, although I did see it had a low Goodreads rating and I do kind of get why, because it's on the slower side, but this is a romance that I don't know the ending of. If you read romance, you know kind of what you can expect from the ending, but this has a bit of a love triangle that I can just not really predict because the author is playing really with likability a lot and different characters are constantly revealing different sides of themselves throughout the book. I've been listening to this mostly before going to bed and I was a big blowout of emotions yesterday evening, so I really want to finish it and I think I have only 2 hours left. This is about a 27-year-old woman who got married when she was 17 to an older man and he has died. She's now a widow and she experiences all this new kind of freedom, and we meet someone from her past and someone that she meets in this new life that she's creating for herself. So that I should definitely be able to finish. Another book that I'm enjoying a lot is Little by Carey, which is our Whimsical Readers book club pick. If you've not seen it, we have a new name for the Hopeless book club. We are now called the Whimsical Readers book club. We're still doing live shows and everything, and the live show for Little is on the 14th of March, which I think will be before I upload this vlog. So I want to finish that. Then I'm also reading The Well of Loneliness by Radclyffe, which I will definitely not finish in this vlog. I would like to make some headway in and then maybe we can read some non-fiction. I definitely need a new audiobook, so I might see if one of the non-fictions on my TBR board has an audiobook. But the other thing that we could do that might be fun is look at my top 20 classics list for this year and pick one of those, one that I can read within this vlog, because I have not been reading a ton of classics and I am going to do the non-fiction women's prize and the fiction women's prize, so I'm not going to be reading a lot of classics either in May. So why don't we do that? Why don't we have a look at the classics I still need to read and pick one of those? That would be fun. Okay, Quicksand could be a good option. Same goes for Olivia. I don't think any of the other books would work. I mean, To the Lighthouse I have planned. Frankenstein could also be fun, but I should keep that for October. Or I could reread The Picture of Dorian Gray. Okay, I'm going to put a poll on the Instagram and then you guys can decide for me. So it's gonna be The Picture of Dorian Gray, Olivia or Quicksand. And I'm sure, I don't think Olivia is an audiobook, but the other two must have. Okay, so Instagram decides.
Has entered her seclusion, so we are expectant Margaret will be needed imminently. As your first year of mourning has now ended.
It is much later in the day now and I just didn't update you at all because, oh my gosh, Max is just letting me cuddle him in the cutest way possible. Hello, mister. He likes belly rubs when he's very sleepy. But I spent a big portion of the day watching season 3 of The Great, which is so much fun, and dreading the fact that I have to go to the dentist tomorrow. No one laughs, of course, but I did finish. Stop distracting me with your cuteness. I finished Historical Romance, of which I now have forgotten the title, but I did like it, although the end did feel a bit rushed. But I like to be, I don't know, surprised by a romance that was really fun, and I like the characters, but I do think that the ending and some romantic resolves could have maybe been a little bit more fleshed out, because it's not a short book. The pacing wasn't the best of this one, so I'm gonna give it a 4-star. I will definitely read another thing by Sophie Irwing because I also really liked her debut. And then I just picked up again Little. I feel like I cannot talk a lot about this book without getting into spoilers. This is about Marie, who is a German girl who now lives in France. This is 17 something, and she is to become Madame Tussauds that we know from the wax museums, and this is all about her learning about wax sculptures, mainly through her mother's former employer, Dr. Curtius, and now she is on more adventures. I think I'm now halfway through. I did start the audiobook of The Picture of Dorian Gray. I found one audiobook that is the uncensored version. I have only listened to an introduction and a preface. I haven't even gotten to the book itself, but it's about Oscar Wilde's life, which I do know a bit about because I read De Profundis, which is the letter that Oscar Wilde wrote in prison about his imprisonment. So I do know a little bit about that. What I found really interesting in the introduction is that they discuss how Oscar Wilde wrote The Picture of Dorian Gray. So he sent part of it to a magazine and they adapted it. Everything that wasn't like proper in the Victorian time, anything that was sexual or anything that just hinted towards men being attracted to other men or men having sex with other men, they pulled it out. And I think a lot of modern editions still have the novel in which those things are pulled out because that is how they were originally published, but not how Oscar Wilde originally wrote them. So this book is based on his original manuscript, like his original text. Mostly, I think. So with all of those parts in it. And I think the copy that I have isn't uncensored. I think there's discussion around whether or not that edition is censored because the publishers adjusted it and they say it's a collaboration between author and publisher and what they originally published is the original. But of course when a publisher picks things out because of a Victorian sense of homophobia, then can you call that a collaboration or just censorship? So that was an interesting discussion and I enjoyed listening to that. I will be listening to more of that. I did find an audiobook of Little, so I might finish my chapter and switch to the audiobook for a bit because it's now 10:30. I should probably go to bed in a little bit. And then I'll talk to you tomorrow when I am back from the dentist. So the dentist went okay today, but it really took it out of me. I am tired the rest of the day. I did read a little bit more of, where is it? Oh, my book fell. I did read a little bit more of Little, but honestly I just want to finish watching season 3 of The Great. Funnily enough, we are set in Versailles. Some parts of this book where I am at now, and it's super similar. It even has maybe 1 or 2 similar characters. It's also about how ridiculous royalty is, which I enjoy. Like, I don't really enjoy royals, but I do enjoy it when it's like they're so ridiculous. I'm making dinner. I'm having chicken wraps, which are now in the oven. Loving it. Boy is away tonight, so I have our new sofa all to myself to watch like the last 2 or 3 episodes of season 3. Wait, I'll show you our new couch. I love it, but especially the cats love it. It's so funny. Nora never used to like really sleep on our old couch, and now she's in love. I mean, look at her having the nap of her life. Oh, are you insulted? Hi, Bella. Oh, she's still looking at me. The side eye, the pure side eye she's giving me. Bella. please. Okay, it is almost 7, so it's almost time for their food. Are you hungry? Damn, now she's giving the side eye to the camera. I don't know what. What do you want from me? Huh? Oh, hi, sweetheart. But I will go ahead and extend this vlog with tomorrow so that I can actually finish some books, because today is just, it's just TV day. Sometimes you need a TV day, and then tomorrow we can do a little bit more of reading. I have such a bad habit of not reading the last chapter and just do something else. I think I'm always a little bit nervous to see how a book ends. I just don't want it to happen. This was a lot. This was very, very heartbreaking. I knew that the French Revolution would be a part of this book because it's a part of the historical figure in one of the show. But damn, wow. I also think the author really was just inspired by her as a person. And this is not the story of her life at all, because of course Google the shit out of her life. I see very little similarities. I really did like the things that the author added to this story and changed, because it made for a very engaging read. But I should read the last chapter, so why don't we go ahead and do that? I love this. I love this. This is a 5-star. I'm so excited to talk about it during a live show because I know Lucy loved it and I love this. This was really great. If we have already done a live show and I upload this, I will leave a link in the description down below. Although that will probably be spoilery. But yeah, if you like historical fiction, just go get it. Go get it. I need to have lunch, and Boy and I thought we would go out today because the weather, it's like spring. It's so beautiful. So I think we'll have a little wander around the city, get a coffee, maybe get a book, who knows. And I will see you, I guess, tonight and we can talk a little bit about Dorian Gray. So I did end up finishing The Picture of Dorian Gray, my reread, and it's so unfortunate, but I didn't like it any more than I did the first time around. So it's just another 3-star. Do I have something on my face? And I don't know why I don't particularly love it that much. I feel like it's quite boring, especially in the middle. The conversations that the main characters have just don't really interest me. It's a lot of talking. It's very metaphorical about history in the sense that I just find boring. And I don't find history boring at all, but this is just men trying to describe a certain state of being that only, I think, counts for men of privilege, and them using a lot of metaphors to describe that feeling, which is a very dry way of saying that this just isn't a classic for me. And I fully appreciate that other people love it and that the language like speaks to them the way that other language speaks to me. But I gave it another try and I felt the exact same. I do like the plot eventually, but to me, I guess the writing just doesn't really work. So that's very unfortunate. And I also didn't necessarily notice a whole lot of explicit things in this edition that weren't in the other edition. So I didn't like compare every single sentence or every single page. So I couldn't say for sure if you'll be missing a lot if you would just read the version that is most often published. But to me, I didn't feel like I got to know a whole lot of new things. Having said that, I did read them 3 years apart. It's a bit unfortunate, but I can cross off another classic of my 24 classics in 2024 TBR. So that is a reading update. I am working really hard on the business today. I did my first Instagram live and I was actually surprised that I've never done an Instagram live. It was very easy. It's way easier to go live on Instagram than it is on YouTube because you can just use the actual Instagram app, and it was really fun because I unpacked a big bag of boxes, paperbacks from Wordsworth that are going to be available on the 29th of March, and I'm very, very excited for that. That was a lot of fun, and there were a few of you guys that I recognized from the YouTube comments as well who were there and asked some questions about the bookshop thing. So I will link that live. I don't think I can link the live, but if you go to the Bookshop's Instagram page. It is saved as a reel, so you can watch that if you want to hear me talk about what it's like to be a business owner and to see those beautiful books. Of course, I think the live was about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, so it's not too long. But it was really fun and also quite exhausting to do today. And then I'm just working on growing my business. And it's been 2 months now and it's been very intense, but I also feel like it's working. It's working. I want to be very careful when I'm saying that. I feel like at least this is working for me so far. So I've decided to take a little upload break from YouTube for at least a few weeks. Not because I don't like YouTube anymore, but I want to refocus on things that matter most to me now. And while I of course love making YouTube videos, I feel like it's good to take a little break and to feel re-inspired once I'm getting back again and once I'm starting again, because I don't want it to feel like something that I have to do or that's an obligation. And I also don't want to make YouTube videos that don't feel very me or very original. So yeah, I think it's good to take a little bit of a break. I have no idea how long it will take, but I'm guessing a couple of weeks. I will keep you updated on all of my reading through Instagram and on Goodreads. So if you're active on one of those two things, then you can still follow my reading updates if that's something that you would like to know about. I did upload my spring TBR, so probably my next video is going to be my summer TBR. That's a good place to get back into, right? We'll see. For now I'm gonna focus on the business and I'm gonna keep you updated through other social media formats, how the business is going. So no videos for me for a while, but just letting you know that it is not because I'm not doing well. It's a conscious decision I'm making, just reshuffling some priorities. For now, I hope that you enjoyed this slice of life, very filled 48-hour reading vlog. I'll see you again in the future with another video. For now, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you have a lovely day or evening, and I hope that you have a wonderful reading spring. Doei!